Calamity Jane, the 1953 film, is a lively musical that tells the story of a sharpshooting woman who can ride rope and hit a target with ease. This movie has stayed popular over the years because it's fun, it has catchy songs, and it shows a strong woman in the lead role. People still enjoy watching Calamity Jane because it's entertaining and it has a message about being true to yourself. Now, you might not know this, but when they were making the movie, they had to change the set because of a big storm. And another surprising fact is that the lead actress, Doris Day, did most of her own stunts, which was pretty rare at that time. If you've seen Calamity Jane, what's your favorite part? Maybe you have a special memory of watching it with friends or family. We'd love to hear your stories and memories in the comments. So keep watching because we've got more funny, shocking, and sad facts about this movie coming up. Let's talk about what makes this movie so special and share our experiences with it. Calamity Jane, often compared to Annie Get Your Gun, stands on its own with a charming portrayal by Doris Day as the titular character. Despite similarities in plot and character dynamics, such as the presence of Wild Bill Hickok paralleling Buffalo Bill Cody and the transformation of the tomboyish lead, the film distinguishes itself with unique elements. Doris Day brings a delightful energy to her role, embodying the rough and tumble Calamity with a blend of humor and heart. Her interactions with Howard Keel, who plays her love interest, are a highlight, showcasing their strong on-screen chemistry. The narrative involving a show coming to town and the ensuing romantic entanglements, while familiar, is enlivened by the performances, including Philip Carey's role, which adds to the romantic tension. The film's musical numbers contribute to its lighthearted tone, with memorable songs that resonate with the audience. Although some characters' appeal may be questioned, the overall cast delivers an entertaining experience that captures the spirit of the Old West with a comedic twist. Calamity Jane remains a beloved musical, appreciated for its spirited performances and catchy tunes, even if it treads a path similar to its Broadway counterpart. The contrast between the film's portrayal and the true life of its central character is stark. While the film avoided the more controversial aspects of her life, historical accounts suggest that Calamity Jane's experiences included working in professions considered scandalous for the time. Her alleged romance with Wild Bill Hickok is not corroborated by his extensive correspondence with his brother, which lacks any mention of her. Doris Day, who played the lead, often spoke of this role with great fondness, considering it a highlight of her acting career. Following the passing of Allyn and McLerie, who played Katie, Doris Day remained the last living cast member until her death in 2019 at the age of 97. In the early 1950s, a musical western film featured Howard Keel, known for his role in Annie Get Your Gun, as the male lead. This casting choice was part of a strategic move by Jack Warner to appease Doris Day, a prominent actress of the era, after missing out on acquiring the film rights to Annie for her. Doris Day, who became the sole surviving member of the cast, had a personal history with Ronald Reagan. They worked together on 2 films and briefly dated during Reagan's transition from acting to politics, a path she once suggested due to his persuasive speaking skills. The streets of Deadwood City in this film have a rich history, having been featured as Atlanta during the Civil War in the classic Gone with the Wind and serving as a backdrop in numerous other westerns produced by Warner Brothers. During a memorable scene at Fort Scully's dance, an officer who remarks on the lead character's stunning change is played by Brad Johnson, who was not credited for this role. Interestingly, Johnson would soon take on a similar role on television, portraying the romantic partner of another well-known woman of the frontier, Annie Oakley. The film's musical score also gained recognition, with its song Secret Love earning a nomination among the American Film Institute's 2004 list for America's Greatest Music in the Movies. In the heart of the film's narrative, the affection Bill Hickok holds for Calamity Jane is subtly revealed. His actions betray his feelings as he watches her with a fondness that belies his tough exterior, never chastising her even when she directs insults his way. Instead, he consistently treats her with respect, which stands in stark contrast to his notorious persona. Gene Nelson was initially set to play a leading role, but this changed as the production progressed. Doris Day, reflecting on her early days portraying Calamity, shared an amusing incident from viewing the initial footage. She realized her portrayal was physically accurate, but vocally mismatched, her voice too high-pitched for the rugged character. This prompted an adjustment, deepening her voice to align with Calamity's rough and tumble image, thus completing her transformation into the character. In the making of the film, Joel McLerie, a well-known Hollywood actor and admirer of Doris Day, offered his horse, named Dollar, for her to ride during the production. This gesture was one of many that highlighted the camaraderie and mutual respect among the cast. Doris Day herself held this film in high regard, often mentioning it as one of her top choices from her extensive career in cinema, which spanned 2 decades and included 39 films. Meanwhile, Robert Fuller, another actor in the film, was known for changing his name multiple times. He started as Buddy Lee, then became Robert Simpson Jr., and finally settled on Robert Fuller, adopting a surname from his mother's family lineage. These behind-the-scenes details offer a glimpse into the personal connections and decisions that shaped the film's creation. Doris Day's talent shone in her performances of Secret Love and Que Sera Sera, both of which secured the Academy Award for Best Original Song. Her voice also brought life to 4 nominated songs across different films. Collaborations with Mary Wickes were a recurring theme in her career, with the pair sharing the screen in 4 films, and Wickes making an appearance on Day's television show. Meanwhile, Robert Fuller's early career included dancing roles alongside notable actresses such as Jane Russell and Marilyn Monroe, showcasing his versatility before gaining recognition as an actor. In the world of set design, Harper Goff's work stands out for its authenticity and attention to detail. His talent is evident in the saloon's interior, which bears a striking resemblance to the Golden Horseshoe Saloon at Disneyland, a place he also designed. Doris Day, a prominent actress of her time, held the film in high regard, naming it as her favorite among the many she starred in. This musical western also featured the song "The Deadwood Stage" with lyrics that subtly nod to another film released the same year, where Day played a leading role. The interconnectedness of her filmography in 1953 showcases the era's cinematic landscape and Day's significant presence in it. In the world of classic cinema, sets and songs often have lives beyond their initial appearance. The Golden Garter Saloon, a central location in this film, was later seen as the 14th Street Music Hall in the Film House of Wax. Interestingly, Doris Day, who was a key figure in the film's musical success, chose not to perform the hit song Secret Love at the Academy Awards. Instead, Ann Blythe took the stage, and the song went on to win Best Song that year. The music of the film, composed by Sammy Fain and Paul Francis Webster, was preserved in various forms. An album released by Columbia Records included tracks from the original soundtrack and additional recordings by Doris Day. This album has since been made available on CD in Britain, and the complete film score was later re-recorded, expanding the legacy of the film's music. In a twist of fate, the film became a favorite among LGBT audiences due to the perceived romantic tension between the 2 female leads, lending a new layer of interpretation to its signature tune, Secret Love. The production itself was Warner Brothers' answer to a missed opportunity with Annie Get Your Gun, leading to a casting crossover with Howard Keel. Decades later, the portrayal of the title character would influence the animated world, shaping the character design and personality of Jessie in the beloved Toy Story series. In a remarkable display of talent, Doris Day performed Secret Love, a song that later resonated through time, being reinterpreted by Mandy Moore for the film Mona Lisa Smile. To embody the character's rugged persona, Day adjusted her vocal pitch, delivering a performance that captured the essence of the frontier woman she portrayed. This adaptation of voice contributed to a portrayal that was both authentic and memorable, resonating with audiences and leaving a lasting impression on the genre. In the early months of 1954, the musical landscape was dominated by the soundtrack of a certain Western film. The standout single from this collection was Secret Love, performed by Doris Day, which not only topped the charts, but also secured an Academy Award for Best Original Song. Complementing this success, the album featuring Day and co-star Howard Keel's renditions of the film's music became a favorite among listeners, quickly rising to become the second most popular album according to Columbia Records sales. This period marked a significant moment when the film's musical contributions were celebrated and embraced by audiences nationwide. Behind the scenes of this well-known Western musical, a poignant reality lingered. Allyn McLerie, who played Katie Brown, was deeply affected by the sudden death of her husband, actor George Gaines, in a car accident. This tragedy occurred during the filming, casting a shadow over the production as the cast and crew came together to support McLerie through her loss. Despite the personal turmoil, the film was completed, showcasing the professionalism and resilience of those involved.